So hello everybody, this is the reporting for the team A, which is working on key IT, knowledge and information transfer. And we're going to explain to you the question we asked ourselves since we started the project. So, of course, the first question is, what is knowledge? It's a pretty big one. So, when we got our topic, we were very confused as to what knowledge is, because knowledge is a lot of things. Knowledge is where you come from, what language you speak, what's your culture, what's your experience. And the first scope was to say we need to reduce that to be very specific about what we want to work on. So for us, we had to understand knowledge, and we found a good way to understand what is knowledge is to say what it's not. And we separated into three categories. There is data is not knowledge. Data, for example, is like what Anil showed you before, is just some numbers, some information. Then Anil showed you then some, that from the data he had, he put it into graphics. That's information, or explicit knowledge. And actually knowledge is using this information and bringing his experience to say whether it's a good result or not, for example. That becomes knowledge. That's what we're working on. Then the other question we ask ourselves is to whom do we want to transfer knowledge and when do we want to do it? And Albert will explain how we found the answer to those questions. Another question is how do we transfer knowledge? So what are the tools available within GCI or within other companies that I use to transfer knowledge? And of course the biggest question for us was actually why do we want to transfer knowledge? So actually what is the value of knowledge? So we did a little graph to show something which could be current situation. Is today someone arrives in a new position, he needs to improve his effectiveness at work. So the phases of improving effectiveness is actually knowledge transfer, going to trainings, learning from mentors. And the way it is today is it takes a lot of time and it's a step-by-step thing. So it's actually money consuming. And our goal, ideal situation, is you've got a new job, there's this machine that transfers knowledge in a click, and in a click you are 100% effective. So that's the goal, which can relate actually to the current financial situation. Is, of course, it's a money saver, but also with people losing their jobs, there's a lot of knowledge that's going away from the company, and we need to help to keep it in-house. So that's it for the introduction. Now Albert will explain the work we've done so far.
Thanks, JB. All I want to report to all of you is what we have done so far since how up to now. First of all, we decided to find out who and when or what, who and what do we need within the company. So we sort of carry out a brainstorming questionnaires and survey. So we have the first internal survey 1. We find the concerns of our colleagues, and we send out about 19 questions, and based on our team members, we have all team members, and we approach our friends and colleagues and ask them to feedback to us. And then the right-hand side graph is one of the results of the 19 questions. And this is what we do. We have an electronic database within the company, and see the result. And then based on the surveys of the first stage, we want to find out what kind of knowledge that is necessary and what is the problem existing in the company so far. So we did the second internal survey to find out the perception map of our colleagues. And again, the graph on the right-hand side shows you the result of one question. You can see it's a perception map. Towards the right-hand side is very important. Towards the left-hand side is not important. Then above is positive, below is negative. So for those on the upper right-hand corner is what we did well and it's very important. And the left bottom order is what we did poorly, but that's not important. And then we want to do some benchmarking to compare ourselves with other companies elsewhere. So we conduct a global international survey with based on our friendship with people. I think Ruby just mentioned it's quite difficult to do benchmarking with other companies because they are quite reluctant to give you information if you approach them officially. So we need to go through the back door. And we find out what other companies are doing. And we have about 18 questions. And one of them, for example, how long does it take for a new staff to become effective in the work? And on average, other companies need 5.36 months to get a staff gear to do the job. And then how much investment is needed per new employee? And then the average is about $23,000 US dollars. And then we also did some study with other companies for the tools that we are using. One company is called Conframe, and they are talking about integration of different systems, individual systems. Johnson Controls is a global company, so we have so many different databases. So they tell us how to integrate all this together. And then we found out within our company, actually in Europe, they have done the SMTE and Wiki. So in the near future, Johnson Controls will get our own Wikipedia, like those we use in the market. Okay, then I pass to you for.
Okay, that's what so far we did, and what the next future action between today to the final presentation in Shanghai. The thing we divided in a few things. In the Saigon section, we have to review all the data, see what all kind of data. We need a detailed review and validate what we use and what not use. And also, I think we will propose some roadmap to the JCI what we need to bring it to our next station. So, and before that, I think the presentation skill is very important. That's why today we have session. So, make presentation logically, the key points pass to the audience and the management to lead the person. And also, I think break down the detailed tasks for the team members so they carry over to between the Saigon and Shanghai presentation. So I think each team member will do the very detailed their work, also to improve their presentation skill. And also there should be very close communication between the team members to put all pieces together. And team member must do the good work to make it one presentation, not 10 pieces of that. Okay, so after that, I think practice, rehearsal in Shanghai, then celebration. Okay, acceptance to media, we have so many challenges.
1 minute. Okay, good morning. Obviously, this project is a huge project, and as JB showed in the first slide, it's the tip of the iceberg, and our knowledge is everywhere, and we had a huge challenge in first identifying the charter for this project, because we didn't, knowledge is what and what to transfer and where to transfer and whom to transfer, and it was a big deal to just narrow down the scope. So that was the first challenge we faced, and it is new in Asia because we did not see that kind of mechanism or infrastructure available strategically. There are lots of things available in bits and pieces. So we had to narrow down the scope. We had to look for many tools, and that we got to know from our own colleagues by virtue of those surveys. And then suggesting how to organize, because when we make our panel presentation, you will see that lots and lots of things are there existing, but they are not integrated. It's called as rat's nest. So it's something like that. Measure the efficiency of the tools that we don't know. Then everybody talks about knowledge, but there are no focused efforts, and nobody wants to invest in that. And there are no KRA, key result areas, and reward and recognition for knowledge. So these are the challenges we faced, and these are the challenges are being faced for the knowledge transfer. And the red indication has just come in there. So thank you very much. So that's all.
Okay. Thank you.